Live stream. We're live. Did you notice at the beginning of every one of our shows, it's me saying, and we're live?
Yes,
Okay,
I did notice that.
the thing.
I did notice that.
Yes.
Well, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another episode of If You Know, You Know Late Night Show. I'm your host, Jeffrey, and I am here with,
Juanita.
well, what's going on, Ranika?
I'm just out here trying to function.
I mean, looking crazy, the chain all looking all crazy. Look, I wanted to, before we jump in there, I want to celebrate. I put on my Obama shirt today.
Oh, nah.
I beat you. Look at that smirk. So, we know MAGA and Trump hates that guy.
Hate
So, but we'll get
it.
into that a little bit later, but
Yes, we
thank
will.
everybody for coming out. If y'all don't know, I got like a little new setup. Look, Renika and I have been doing this for like over a year
Hmm.
and well, about a year. Oh, or over a year. She
A
told
little
me she
over a
corrected
year.
me.
A
Yeah.
little over a year. Hey, Robert.
And so it's just like playing sports. Your first year, you don't know if you like it or not. So you just using all the basics, your laptop and maybe a light, you know. Look, Renika, today I just got a laptop holder. So my view is a little bit different. It's not just sitting on a desk, it's actually a little bit different. I feel like I can move
Uh,
around,
yes, you
things of that
can.
nature. So
Yes, you
I'm
can.
feeling good. So
Okay, so Mike Razor has said, he's saying Martha, Martha, Martha.
oh man, oh yeah, that was earlier. That was crazy. That was crazy. I'll get into that. I want to know how
Okay,
Renika doing before we fall down
okay.
the slippery slope of the Knicks.
Robert said, hey, family. When I say family is stretched, and then he said, I've been hitting that share button. Yes.
Thank
Listen,
you, that boss.
B. Robert, hit the share button. That's the little arrow that's kind of grooved over to the right. You just click that and you share that either to your story or your feed or both. It's a thing. It's what you need to do. And then Uncle Donald's saying, good day, family. You
Hey,
early,
hey,
Donald?
good day, Mr. Booker.
So yeah, I'm good. It's been a good week. It's been a little chilly. It was raining all day yesterday, but still grateful.
How was it today?
It was 60 and like gloomy the first part of the day, and then it started to warm up a little bit. So it I think the high was 69 today.
So tomorrow will probably be a good
It'll
day.
be beautiful. For Juneteenth, it'll be beautiful
Oh man,
for my
wonderful,
people, for the people.
wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful.
What about
Uh,
you? What did you do today?
man, next parade,
Mm-hmm.
you know, um, it's crazy because you get close, but you don't get close. You know what I'm saying? Because there was millions of people. I've
Millions.
never seen as many police officers. They deployed 10,000 police officers for the event. And that's uniform. That's not undercover. So I feel like, everybody was. I felt like the city employees got a few free view for the celebration. But to see Martha Stewart, just standing like she in the yard, you know, look, that's what she was given.
It
Like,
was.
like she said, I've been to prison before. I'm not gonna get in
I know
all
what to
these
do.
crowds. Somebody could get stabbed. It looked like she had her little shank on her.
I'm proud of
So it was when I seen her, I was stunned. I was like, that's not Martha Stewart.
it. It is.
Then
Just sitting up there
like,
chilling.
my people was like, I'm calling the name. I'm calling the name. And all of a sudden she tried to give that church way. Hey, 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 you know, hey.
Like I'm acknowledging that you're screaming my name out here, you know.
Yeah, yeah. But it's crazy, that's the joy of sports, because people all walks of life, whether you're rich, poor, young, old, people want to be a part of the moment. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool to be
Yeah.
in that atmosphere and all of
Yeah.
that. Pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, it was crazy. Because at um, I got there a little bit late, like hitting down, and you could hear uptown where it started to get quiet. It was quiet like a Sunday morning, but it was obviously Thursday morning because people wanted to be there. You know, it was one of those things like, and as New Yorkers moved through, they were jovial. They weren't like mean or the typical get out of my way. It was like, no, we all want to be here to celebrate this. So it was it's kind of like the the culmination of a great season for the Knicks. Great season for them.
Mike Razor's calling it Black Friday, and he said I was dying, bro. Probably from the video of y'all and Martha Stewart. And
Mm-hmm.
then Real Beer says she gave that Blossom Time parade float wave.
She did. She did. She wasn't messing with it. She was like, because she was, I don't want too many people coming
Right.
running over here. You
Yes.
know what I'm
Yes.
saying? But I know that I hear my voice because it's not too many Marthas still running around.
That is
You
true.
know, New York City. Um, so that's an older name.
It
You
is like a
have to,
Barbara,
yeah, like it's just that's not trying to be funny, but it's
Mildred,
yeah, like those are older names. Beatrice.
Marilyn,
Yeah,
Elaine. Like it's
yeah,
never really seen that.
yeah. Nobody's saying I'm out to name my kid that.
You all have not ever. I don't think you've ever seen this, but today you're gonna watch me rip away all the notes and numbers from last week and start anew.
You can't see it. You gotta
Oh,
get
that's
close.
right.
Yeah,
Okay,
because of that
whatever. Well, it's
background.
here. It's here. It's here.
That
Yeah, God, it's here.
damn background.
Uh, I'm just trying to be,
Functional.
on brand.
Mm-mm.
Just saying.
Yeah. So yeah, that was that's the Knicks. That's the Knicks. That's the Knicks. And so the Knicks season has come. And then it's crazy. The owner was saying, "Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to have enough money, with the formulation of salaries to bring the team back." So it's just amazing. Like they won the championship, and now they're talking about turning the page. That's crazy. But that's the nature of the business of the game because you won, but you're only hot as your latest single, and they're hot now. But in October, people are going to be like, okay, who's going to win this year? And
Uh,
you just got to be ready. It's the way of the game.
yeah.
I guarantee Mike Razor has something to say in the comments, especially those Pistons. I know they're gonna want something. They're um they overachieved this year,
Hmm.
but now that they have that expectation, I know that they want to get back to freedom. And then look at LeBron. Where is he gonna go?
He ain't done.
No, no. LeBron has said he's coming back for a 24th season. Most of NBA history. So
Oh,
LeBron's
okay.
coming back for a 24th season. Now the question is here: is he going to stay with the Lakers? For a team like the Lakers that's young, he's not the right piece for them. But Lakers is a historic team. Or do we go back to Cleveland? I would like people to try to actually add on in the comments. Do we go back to Cleveland? Do we go back home, try to win one last championship with Cleveland? Cleveland was a playoff team. I mean, we know LeBron still scored 20 points a game. So maybe those two things can coexist. Or the last one that I just heard is him pairing up um with Steph Curry. So do we go to Golden State? Stay in California, somewhere that you can probably maneuver your son to the team with you because after I mean, because Bronny is a project, as in he can grow into a solid player. But the only reason why he's there, where you want to use that roster spot when you need other attributes is because his father is one of the greatest players to ever play basketball. So you're definitely going to make that sacrifice as a team. But every team is not going to do that. So, you know, um, yeah, I don't know where LeBron's going to go. What are they saying? What are they thinking?
No, Robert, I want to go back to what he was saying. He said Martha was looking like, y'all see me, I see y'all, keep it moving in my JB voice.
She
And
was.
then
She
Mike
was.
Razor is responding to what you have to say about
And Piston.
LeBron and said trash padding numbers. And then Bogey has checked in and said, let's go Knicks.
Hey, let's
Were
go
you on
Nick.
the five and Knicks in five? Or I now I'm curious since you said let's go Knicks. Were you Knicks in five or were you Knicks in four? Which one? Because you know it
Yeah.
was a whole row. It was y'all was on one.
Them New Yorkers, they wanted Knicks in six. They wanted to celebrate in the Garden
I can see that.
on a Tuesday night, Wednesday night. They wanted to celebrate. I was like, New York can't handle it. They're not ready.
Yeah.
First of all, they didn't think that the Knicks would get this far, and there's a lot of Knicks fans like globally. So I knew, but I knew that the Knicks was a better team. They were. It was one of those where the younger team is the more athletic,
Mm.
the faster, the most energy. But then it came down to strategy because the goal is just to win 4 of 7, not to humiliate your opponent. The goal is
Mm.
just to win 4 of 7.
Bogey
So
said he wanted Knicks in six. Is
yeah,
the okay
yeah.
to
A lot
celebrate.
of people wanted Knicks in 6.
I wanted it to be. I wanted them to win in New York too, but I get what you're saying.
No, I grew up in an era where you go out there and go win a championship on somebody else's floor, then
Okay.
come bring it home. That's a little bit different. You know what I
That is
mean?
heartbreaking
So
for the other team. I mean, when I say
yeah, now I'm a real champ. I
they
won on your floor.
they turning up in my city,
Correct, correct. That
nasty,
that's the ultimate. I just took that.
nasty.
I just
Uh,
took.
Robert, goodness, Robert, is this a dissertation? No, I'm just kidding. If
Mm-hmm.
those Knicks fans had took over the streets of Texas, they even went and found Wimby. Who's Wimby? At the hotel and was cussing at him, shaking my head. And then Mike Razor said, "Never the Knicks, Detroit basketball."
Yeah, we understand. Detroit was respectable this year. They definitely did better than what many people thought at the beginning of the season. But Kate Cunningham is a elite player. Um, but Jalen Duren just disappeared at the end of the season. I mean, like the last 12 games, like postseason, like he definitely didn't look like the guy that we saw in February and March. So that's the problem.
Uncle Donald says no back to back for New York.
And they it was for New York, that was it was like finding magic in a bottle.
Oh,
Giannis is out, Tatum is out. So that takes away Milwaukee was the champ, and it takes away Boston, which was a champ. Um, uh, um, it was the perfect storm. OKC is out, got out, put out early by another young team. It was a perfect storm for a veteran team because Mikal Bridges and OG, who are like 3 and 4 on the Knicks, they're like number 1 and 2 on any other team in the league.
mm,
Like they're star players, but they play roles because you got to give Brunson 20 plus shots. His dad is, the assistant coach. Uh, and then you have Cat Williams. I mean, not Cat Williams, my bad. Look, as old people say, Cat Williams must be talking about me. But probably because I post Martha Stewart. Um, but Cat,
mm,
you had Carl Anthony Towns, who he's a great player. He knows how to play the post. He used to have to defend Anthony Davis in practice in Kentucky. So I mean, he's an elite star. So both of those guys, Bridges and OG, they took a back seat. So you could throw in another a fifth person, and then you had the Hart with Josh Hart. Ironically, his last name is Hart. Oh man, the heart of the team. It was a perfect storm for the Knicks to win this year. And I will say this: Mike Brown is an underrated coach in the NBA. Mike Brown has been to a couple finals. Mike Brown is a champ. Mike Brown is good for this generation as a coach. So you got to give him some respect on his name. So
Mike Brown?
yeah, Mike Brown is the coach for the New York Knicks. Yeah.
Okay, Mike, what are you talking about? He said zesty cat.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because Cat Williams, if you go on YouTube and look up some Cat Williams highlights, they always joke with him because he kind of got a high pitched voice, but he's
Oh
like
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like 7'1", so of course people gonna tease you for that. But yeah, but look, they can call him Zesty. They had to call him a Zesty champ now. So that's what it is.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, well, well.
Well, they the defending champs. Them damn
Mm.
New York Knicks.
New
Stay
York,
in there. Them
New
damn
York City.
Knickerbockers. Hmm.
New York City.
Yeah, yeah. Had a little ticker tape parade.
Did you get your
No, it was white.
boo? Boo.
Come on now. No,
Boo.
no,
Boo.
no.
Okay.
I guess budget cuts.
All right. Or somebody colorblind, they don't know colors, but fine.
Mhm.
Fine.
All right, I guess now we're gonna lean in. As we are here tonight, it's the If You Know You Know late night show. What we're gonna talk about, we have to do our PPP, which is our little politics, our pop culture, and our for the people. And then, we're gonna share a little job. So you look, we gotta get something out of it. So if you're staying up late, you wake up in the morning and be like, damn, I stayed up late. What did I get? At least you got a job opportunity out of it. So at least it was worth it. And then the last part of it, we have to go through them numbers. You got to give us them numbers. And we would love for you to give us numbers between, what is it, 50?
60.
Okay, excuse me, 60 and 3,000. And it's called our numbers is where you give us a number and we answer the question. So
Live right here.
live right here.
Okay, so before you start,
Yep.
oh, Gentry is already chiming in with numbers. That's so funny. Uh,
Eh?
so Donald said OKC will be dangerous and hungry.
Now that they got Chet Holmgren on their team, Chet looked terrible. I mean, he was being dominated at every angle, and you have to get through San Antonio now. And I think that that's going to give, even if San Antonio have a down year, let's say injury may happen. I think it gave um, um, Sang Alperin Sangoon over there in Houston. It gave him confidence to say Chad is not as good and I think because Chet don't have that weight on him, and they just bodied it, and he just disappeared. He just disappeared. So, you know, maybe that's a piece that they should. Because I was like, well, you might as well just go get Giannis and put him on your team, and get rid of Chet because Chet is worthy on somebody else's team, but Chet reminds me a lot of Porzingis and not an elite, dominant power forward.
Well, Robert said Chet looked bad out there. Embarrassing.
Yeah, he did. He did. You know, you too tall. You 7'1". You 5 points, 2 rebounds. Like, come on now, cuz. Like, you're not a backup. We think you're a star.
Mm,
You know.
Starving.
But OKC, they have a lot of
What are you
they have a
doing?
lot of talent. They had a lot of draft picks and they drafted very well. Um, but they need some leaders. They need an older person on the team that say, "Hey, let's slow this down and not have SGA touch the ball every time down the court." Because after a while, everybody gets tired of that. We seen that in high school basketball. You were like, okay, we know they're the star, but let somebody else shoot the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That was it. So batter up.
so we're going to politics.
Politics.
All
Yep.
right. All right, y'all. I'm gonna lean in with a little bit of politics. Let me put it up on my phone. I'm gonna keep it. No, we don't keep it. We just do it.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight, the first thing I want to talk about is recall. Recalls. Renika, they had recalls on Alfredo sauce. You know, people love Alfredo. You know how people love Alfredo sauce.
Love Alfredo.
So I'm just telling you, these recalls are all over the place. Look, my family, we had this group chat, and now we started sending it to each other to remind. Yeah, because we all eat at different places in the country. So you want to know what you put in your body. All of a sudden, you like, man, why I got diarrhea? You know, because you ate what was on the recall list. You know, um, I think because I want to do a little step further than just saying recalls. I think because of the current administration lowering the standards, I think that that's why certain things are just getting processed through. Um, I don't know what we're gonna do with these recalls. What I will tell everybody to do or recommend is cook your own food. Cook your own food. You got to get back to it. Um, you don't know what those nuggets are at McDonald's. I'm telling you.
Oof, you're
So
right.
the second thing I'm going to talk about is I wrote it down, y'all. Oh, the Iran deal. Come on now, Renika. Did you know about this?
No.
Okay, so you know we're at war,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Donald Trump reached a deal with the Iranian government. I think they call it IRI, the Islamic Republic of Iran. They reached a deal that would open the strait, which was never closed until we created the war. Create a $300 billion fund that would be also contributed by Arab nations to support Iran. And it was a third thing. Only for them to come back in 60 days to renegotiate, where they can create a toll and charge ships now to come through the Strait of Hormuz. It's like this deal is better for the Iranians than the Obama deal for the Iranians in 2015, 2016. The Obama deal in 2015, 2016 stated in the first line that they would not have the ability to enrich they would not have the ability to enrich uranium to create a nuclear bomb or create a nuclear, I'll say nuclear bomb. This gives them the ability to renegotiate. It's a terrible deal.
Mm-hmm.
We've spent 30 plus $billion to destroy the infrastructure of this country. And now we're going to help to rebuild it with our money. One would say, well, it would create a vacuum if we did not do something. Well, according to the President of the United States, he's the art of the deal. He can create something that wouldn't cost us. But it's just like the ballroom that was going to be paid for, that's now is us, as in the taxpayers are going to pay half of that cost. All of these things that have been said that it's just going to be taken care of has been charged to the credit card of being an American citizen. I think that's absurd. One would say, well, They're not going to get any money from me. They're nickel and diming us now, whether
Hmm.
it's at the gas pump or the chicken wings that you buy or the smoothie that you buy or the coffee that you buy or the bus stop pass that you buy. All of it went up this year. Everything. No matter
Hmm.
what you talk about with someone, it went up. And now people justify it. Even the people at the gas station will say, well, it's under $5. What the hell you mean it's under $5? I thought this was the convenience. It's supposed to be under $5.
Hmm.
Why are you charging me for convenience? Because they'll tell you it's a convenience fee.
Hmm.
Convenience fee.
Yep.
You're a convenience store. They charge me a convenience fee at a convenience store.
Yes. That's the convenience. You're paying for the convenience. Hmm.
An Iranian deal.
Hmm.
Keep your eyes open because they're going to have to tell us and feed us more. We've seen the slippery slope. When this administration is wrong, they feed you more information, i.e., Epstein. And when them papers get
Uh,
delusional, they get quiet. But the deal is supposed to be signed on Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. Let's see. The
uh,
30. I'm sorry.
Mike Fraser said, "Welcome to America."
I tell you, it's the American credit card of being an American citizen. And then now one would say, I know somebody on the other end saying, well, you're not an American citizen anyway. I know that. But sorry, boss. I am an American citizen. I got my birth certificate. So before I drift down into that abyss,
Mm,
I want to sum up politics this evening
right.
um, with talking about the opening of President Obama's land in Hyde Park, Chicago.
Yay!
I think it was pretty dope. That's why I wore my the old school Obama shirt. If you know, you know,
Mm-hmm.
with the smirk on. You know, I was a part. I want to say a part of the campaign, but I did believe in a lot of the policies. During that campaign. But just to see some of those faces um, of all the presidents that are living except for 45, 47, seeing Bill Clinton, seeing George W. Bush, seeing the First Lady, seeing President Joe Biden, all of them coming together to celebrate um, a community space, that's going to you can go there. They're going to show of the history of the presidency for Barack Obama, but it's also going to be space where you can barbecue, you can have cookouts. There's spaces for kids, for playgrounds for kids to play on it. This campus is huge. And then Renika, one of our people that we went to undergrad with, Megan McNeil, actually is going to perform
Oh my gosh!
opening weekend on June the 27th. So
Oh,
yeah, I just want to let you know that. Yeah,
oh, that's awesome! One of my sorors.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yes, a Bronco also.
That it's amazing. One of it is just reflective on the American history in it, and
Hmm.
how we celebrate. That's how we enhance our culture of American culture, not deter or say, well, those people are over here and we're over here and we're the real Americans,
Hmm.
because most of those individuals that saying that they're the real Americans or I believe in the flag, their great greats are not from here. So I'm sorry to tell you, it is what it is. So
Uh,
uh,
Jennifer says she loves the shirt, Jeffrey,
thank you.
and Uncle Donald said, Mr. Booker, do you believe what the King of Lies says that the real reason for this war game was Epstein, period? He is self-serving.
He said it was Epstein.
Mm.
Epstein's the reason for the Iran war. Actually, that's not a lie. I don't think that's a lie. And what I mean by that is I think that the pressure got so high about this Epstein thing that we had to go to war to one, financially is going to make us change our outlook because gas prices shut up. Gas prices shut up. We ain't worried about no Epstein. That nigga, excuse me, that guy's dead. You know what I mean? Like we ain't worried about that, you know. But now, after we kind of adjusted those prices, we was like, oh yeah, he was raping those girls allegedly. You know, he was conspiring to move girls from this place to this place
Mm.
for overly older men to sodomize them. You know, like that's ridiculous. You know, so that we know we won't forget that. So, but I
Uh,
will. Hmm?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm not gonna allow um, that part of American history to deter what the Obama's day in Chicago was like today. So,
And then we have Aunt Teeny checking in saying hello.
hey, hey.
Uh,
And so outside of that, that's all I got for politics this evening.
wow. All right. All right. I just want to start by saying, this is my shirt. Oh, dang. What is happening? Forget it. Whenever I do wear, forget it. It says I miss Obama. Where is it? It's like a little cartoon. I quit. Okay, it's like a little cartoon, but just be looking out for that. I'll wear it on a future show. Okay. So, you all, I'm here with the pop culture. Sure, there's Nestle back there. All right, I have to go to my notes. So, Jeffrey, if you can check in on the comments
Yeah, that's
in
what
the
I'm going to
chat.
do.
Okay. So, my first one. Watch yourself. That's what he gonna do. That's what he gonna be doing or saying, really, because how did Mystical get 20 years?
Damn.
20 years for a rape case. So, once again, I want to go back to the verses that was No Limit versus Cash Money. And I even in that moment, people were like, man, it would have been totally different if Mystical would have been there. Yeah, she would. It would have been, but Mia X was carrying it then, and clearly she's carrying it now. She's gonna be carrying it for the next 20 years because Mystical, you in danger, girl. You in danger. That's all I got. Um,
Renika,
yes.
I did see that. I did see the picture of Mr. I was like, what is going on? What is going on? Like, Mystical used to be one of my favorites. Like, high school blended into college, like
Hmm.
one of my favorites. Jake, yes, dangerous. Like, come
Yes.
on now, Tarantula.
Yeah.
You ain't seen bouncing back. Like, come on now. Like, I just gave you four studs just right
Quick.
there, you know.
Quick.
But it definitely fell off because the first one was, allegedly. Well, I don't even know if we can really say allegedly because he served time. He
Hmm.
had sodomized his like um hairstylist.
Oh.
That's how he was first. And then, allegedly was the second, you know.
Well, it's like that's all folks for Mystical right about now. So that was my first one in pop culture because I was
Oh yeah.
like,
Well, before you respond, Rob said that was a dry pop culture. They waiting on that pop culture. So I just want to let you know. Get it together.
thank you all for pop culture. Okay, so we
Okay,
have just
welcome back.
completed. We
Welcome
have
back.
just completed the first. I mean, it was pretty dry. It was pretty drag because who wants to talk about a rape case? Like, come on, Mystical. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. So back to pop culture. Okay, My next one, I just want to Raising Canaan. Where are you? Just if you're watching, lean in. Raising Canaan on Stars. You know, it's one of the series in the Powerverse, and I know that Raising Canaan just returned last week, and probably by the end of us recording tonight, Raising Canaan episode 2 will be premiering. But the shy. Um, I've already canceled Paramount Plus. Why? The Shy, you have disappointed me. This is supposed to be your final season, and it's not giving acting. It's giving as my granny would say, it's giving calling out words because it's not dialogue whatsoever, and it's weird little scene pockets of scenes, and it's that's not why I'm here. But I just wanted to tell you that I am deeply disappointed, or as my sister says, I am disappointed daily because trash. But back to Raising Canaan. Raising Canaan had me.
Hold on. Question. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Um, you didn't cancel Paramount already before the season's over?
Yes.
Damn, burger.
I don't
Wow.
even want to know how it ends. Okay. At this point, I
Ah,
don't want to know.
damn. You just gave up on them.
Mm,
Damn.
sorry. I guess I'll
Mm-mm.
just watch the spoilers online. You guys will have me covered. I know it.
Wow.
So back to Raising Canaan. Raising Canaan had me screaming this first episode. I don't know about you all that watch. It had me screaming at the top of my lungs. And I just woke up. So I was completely alert. You know what I'm saying? But I will be watching the next one after we conclude this episode. I just want you to I want this to be perfectly clear. Because thank goodness I didn't come across any spoilers because I would have been mad. Because listen, screaming at the top of my lungs for those first 2 minutes of the show. 2 minutes. Do you know how long 2 minutes is?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a long one.
120 seconds. So, I mean, just imagine. That's the length of me screaming I mean, they came out swinging. This is the finale season. This is it after that. And after this premieres. But that was just episode 1. So, again, once we conclude, don't call me because I'm going to be watching Raising Canaan. Okay, and then last but not least, I need to do a deeper dive of this, but it's really just upsetting me and my homegirls that allegedly Jay-Z is making a deal with Target.
I heard that too. I
So
heard that
my
too.
whole thing is I haven't shopped at Target since they removed their DEI in this new administration, and I'm just trying to figure out what's the point of partnering with them now. It's more of a business deal versus allies for the culture. I wanted this to be a fib. Or maybe I'm not understanding. I don't know, but is our protest in vain? Because who's going to return now? You know?
First of all, look, that's crazy because how do you get anything out of it? What one would say, what access so I could pay? Like no, like no, like no. You gave them an opportunity, and you got to let them go,
Mm-hmm.
and that's gonna make me go even harsher because it made me even go back into my catalog of music when I heard it this morning. I was like, hmm, can I go without listening to Jay Z? Made me think about it because you're not really standing for, in my belief, unless you're ready to explain that. And you got a lot of explaining to do, Mr. Gentleman. to say that because we know what we've seen. And we know that one would say, well, they're just in between. Well, in between is where the rubber where the rubber meets. A lot of my ancestors was in between and they become casualties of this war.
Mm.
And it shouldn't even be a war. We talking about human rights. We talking about equality. And then you talking about sacrificing. Like, brother, I gotta let you, you know, I like your music, but I
Mhm.
don't know if it's lovable
Mm.
enough for me to say that I want to turn on Malcolm and I want to turn on Booker and I want to turn on WEB because all of a sudden your trend is what's in my no. I may have to be different. So I don't know.
You all, that concludes my pop culture.
Look,
Thank
that's
you.
crazy. That pop culture, I love it.
Mhm.
I love it. Look, Rob called it out.
Quick.
Mike Razor said he's a billionaire. He doesn't care.
Mm. We just talked about that earlier.
Madonna
When
said
we said it's all about business.
rape is horrible, but we know there's a two-tier justice system. But you better watch yourself. No, he's not lying. So yeah, that's crazy. Look, you got me over here reading the comments, so that's all. Fade back into.
Uh-huh.
All right,
It's
all
for the
right.
people. What you got, what you got, what you got.
Oh, actually, for the people, I actually have an opportunity.
Yeah.
I was given jobs, so I know that I've gotten a little bit of feedback. People say, "Oh, well, some jobs, some places." Well, realistically, from some of just in the feedback that we've received, we've got viewership from Oregon all the way to the state of Florida. So it's kind of like worldwide. So the goal is to like throw it out there for anybody, because we want to make sure it's an opportunity. Plus, I'm all about hey, if you don't like where you at, go see where you can be. So from that standpoint, I want to throw out. I seen an opportunity that came across my desk this week. If I can find it. Give me a second. No technical
No,
difficulty.
I need to read what my sister wrote because y'all know she be hating on my singing. The high note is wild.
Oh,
Why?
yours?
Yeah, why you always hate on my singing? Pop culture.
Mm-mm.
You a
I
hater.
like it though.
See? See there. See there.
Actually,
See there.
actually, if I can remember, the actual job is actually Battle Creek, Michigan.
No way.
Yep, Battle Creek Public Schools. They are looking for a middle school counselor. Middle school, seventh, eighth, sixth, seventh, eighth grade counselor. Go just type it in right now. Google middle school counselor, Battle Creek Public Schools. It's gonna pop up. Um, Paying pretty good money. It's the perfect time to apply. School is just getting out. I mean, you get an opportunity to do a lot of professional development as you prepare for the fall. So that is the opportunity that I got for the people this week. It is a middle school counselor, Battle Creek Public Schools. Um, and that's mine for the people. So if you're looking, um, just inbox me. Maybe I know some things, but that is an opportunity that I was able to view over this past week. So again, as we transition, well, before we go to Renika's for the people, what we're gonna do is we need people to drop in your numbers as we prepare. And I gotta go get my book. Oh man, where's the book at? Look, I didn't change my whole like little setup over here, y'all. So my book is kind of like, like where is it at? Let me see. All right. Oh, there it is. All right, yeah, right there. But yeah, get them numbers in there. Put it in the text box. The number from 60 to 3,000. Mm, mm, mm.
Okay, I do have our first number whenever you're ready.
No, you gotta give us that out there for the people.
Oh, my bad. For the people, we hear Cooper in the background just cutting up.
Fine, fine.
Okay. My for the people is don't waste an opportunity. Jeffrey says it all the time, but today it was really don't waste an opportunity.
And that's enough said. That's
Mm-hmm.
enough said. All right, so let's phase into these numbers, everybody. You know,
The first number is 999.
999.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. What is Jennifer talking about? No hate, just an observation. I guess you're talking about my high note. Anyways, and then Uncle Donald said in Jay-Z case, money makes strange bedfellows.
And that he said what now? What he said now?
Money makes strange bedfellows in
What?
the Jay-Z case.
But the thing is here, just because you're around don't mean that you have to like support what they do. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that would kind of isolate you and not want them in your space. And then they
Mhm.
would get someone that has half your talent or a quarter of your talent and then put them in your space and then you kind of ask out. So I guess that's kind of like a back and forth, but you gotta maneuver that. And I think that if you stand on initially, that they'll respect you. And maybe you don't even want to be in that room in the first damn place. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you can say that I've capped where I want to do in this realm, like a lot of people do, and say, hey, I want to create another space of, you know, uh, of excellence. Specifically to my people, I don't know. You know, it's a toggle back and forth, but you definitely got to make sure that you are remembering your people. What's that number? Oh, I got you.
Nine.
I got you.
Oh,
I got you. I got
okay.
you. All right, it's a pretty good one too.
Hmm.
Do you watch soccer or American football?
I watch American football, but only when I'm around JB.
Okay. Have you been watching it? And I'm gonna answer, but I want to do a follow up to you first. Have you
Hmm.
been following the World Cup?
No.
Man, you
It
know
shows
they.
in the jersey and everything on
But
our
the thing
Please
is
Do
here,
Tell.
like the event is actually here in America, like the Olympics.
Hmm.
It's in different parts of the country: Houston, New York, New Jersey, L.A. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's another city. Somebody said in a text box, another city here. But I know that they have it. I think it's in Mexico. Also, they doing it in like in North America. So you're not into it at all. Oh yeah, you didn't play soccer. We talked about this.
Uh-huh. On the Please Do Tell podcasts.
Yes, on the Please Do Tell podcast, y'all. I thought Renika played soccer because most kids kind of grew up. Look, y'all. I started talking about AYSO. Do y'all remember AYSO? American Youth Soccer Organization. Most kids, went through AYSO. But Renika, all of a sudden, during the Please Do Tell recording, she was like, well, I do manicure Mondays and I've always been about my nails. And so I was like, been about my nails. I was like, well, that's kind of like the movie Ladybugs. You know what I'm saying? And then she was gonna be like that character. So that's why Renika said that's why she didn't play soccer, y'all. So please eat her alive in those comments for not playing soccer and her nails. But I will say this.
Those were cute.
I will say this before they eat you alive. At least you were consistent, as in you were talking about your nails then, and you're
Yeah.
still talking about your nails now. So,
Yeah. Yeah. My sister said we didn't play soccer in the Williams home.
ah, 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 just the girly of girlies.
Yeah.
all y'all had look. All it was skirts and dresses, but not Kojic.
And show. Good night.
uh, oh, y'all was always doing nails and hair and dresses,
You take
but
it straight like that. What in the world? Ah,
oh, but anyway, yeah, I watch American football, but I played football and soccer, so in high school and as a kid. So
yeah, because Mike Razor definitely said great times as high school soccer players.
yeah, yep, yep. And actually, we talked about it in the Please Do Tell. I won't
Mm-hmm.
share, but Mike, you should go and check it out. We actually talked about soccer in the Please.
Yeah,
So,
we did.
but yeah, let me write this down. Let me step away. I got to get a pen. I don't know where I got one at.
Okay. Let's see. Have you all hit the arrow at the bottom and shared with your network? It's really easy. It's just the little arrow at the bottom. You click that, and then it'll do, I think it says share or post now. So you do that, and then boom, you've exposed or really shared with your network. If you know, you know, late night show. But, Jeffrey's been referencing, and also myself, Please Do Tell Podcasts. Please Do Tell Podcasts is where Jeffrey and I really do storytelling for the culture. And we are on YouTube and Apple and Spotify, wherever you consume your audio podcast. But if you want to visually, of course, we're on YouTube. And yeah, that's about it. But again, the little arrow at the bottom, you click that, share it to your feed, and you can share it to your stories. And we'll get back to these numbers.
I wrote a song about it. Like to hear. Here it
Here you
goes.
go.
What's that number?
And I think I know why this person gave this number because it's their birthday.
Ooh,
2684.
2684.
2684.
That's a good number.
Mm-hmm.
2684.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What is it again?
2684.
Keep saying that. What is it again?
2684.
Ironically, back in high school. What was the strangest thing someone could find in your locker?
A used reed for a clarinet.
Yep. Oh my God. Them reed suckers. Yeah. That's what we used to call them as in the brass. We used to call y'all reed suckers. Yeah. Use reed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yuck. What about you?
Um, something that was mine. Because I never used my locker over there in the band room. Like, get out of here. The way that those kids over there in Miss Hardaway class could steal. No.
Traumatized from even 2 years before that. So yes.
No way. Those kids
Mm-hmm.
over there, Miss G,
Oh yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
Miss Goins,
Mm-hmm.
those kids over there, they can steal with the best. I wasn't putting my stuff over there. Not on that first floor. It'd be out of there before you knew it. I lost one time I lost a key to the house and it was around my neck. You get around the right people that can steal, they can take it right off you. I'm telling you.
I looked at you like, excuse me?
You said what?
You said I looked at you like, excuse me?
I'm just telling you. I'm telling you. Look, you remember we was on that trip and
And you still said it happened to us 2 years prior.
look, I still I don't know how many times I bought Black Street cassette tape. Crazy.
If you don't know, you about to know. Jeffrey loves to remind you of the moment that you feel the about. It's got to be
Feel the what?
the about. It has to be that Walt Disney World trip when things came up missing. Um,
No, they stole.
okay, stolen items. Oh, Terry checked in and said, "Man, what?" Um,
Them damn school trips when people stealing.
um, the oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. Um, Jeffrey will continue to bring up my behavior at said cookout, and there's one more.
Oh,
Yeah,
please.
he gonna
Oh,
remind
please.
you. He gonna remind you of it. He gonna
Uh,
remind you of
I
it.
don't. No, 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 no.
He's going to remind you of it.
Mm-mm. That's because you've been coming at me on a please do better. Look, she tried to give me this Eminem 8 Mile gonna try to say all the things I may say about her ahead of time. No, nobody's trying to talk about mom's spaghetti. No, nobody's trying to talk about that. No, we're good. We're good. We're good.
I'm done. Okay, I'm done.
What number we on?
22, 26.
That was a good high school one. I like that one about the locker. But I had a couple of lockers in high school because you had your band room locker, you had your
Oh, and
homeroom
they got me together.
locker. I had a sports locker. You know what I'm saying in the dungeon. What was it? 20 what?
22, 26.
If you could learn any language fluently, what would it be?
Spanish. Because I'm bisschen Deutsch.
Sí, se puede.
Oh, that was two different languages.
Yeah, yeah.
Those two different ones, yeah.
If I could learn a language, Arabic.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
That would be the one for me.
Terry Terry said I never had a locker in the bedroom ever. Exactly. I didn't have one
I had one.
either.
Well, what I meant by band room, I meant by the band room, like the band room hall. But I did have one in the back room because I had that big old. I had three instruments. I had a marching band and a concert band and baritone, and I think I had two concert bands and one marching band. So I had to have some space because one I wasn't hauling that.
Hmm.
When I was in high school, I didn't take my instrument home. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I had already won student of the year in 8th grade. I had peaked. I came into band camp in 9th grade. I had the hottest thing they had seen. And all of that little work ethic went out of the way. I wanted to play sports in high school, and I was like, I've gotten to where I needed to get, shout out to Mr. Jones for tolerating me.
Oh my God.
Shout out for them to just have the heart and the compassion. He even gave me a solo, y'all. I even did a solo at festival, so he believed in me. But boy, I think I underachieved.
Jennifer said, Jeffrey, you were in the band?
Oh man, what you talking about? Look. I even tried out for drum major my junior year. Embarrassed, but yeah. Oh yeah, them good old high school. Because one of the Renika and I was talking yesterday, and we were talking about what was something that you really like, something that you believed in beyond yourself.
Yes, yeah.
One of the first things I came up with was TMB.
Mm-hmm.
Like you always felt like you had to be there because if you weren't there, you felt like you were disappointing someone. I remember when kids would go over there and cry, they disappoint Mr. Jones. I was like, damn. My freshman year, I was like, damn, we crying for the coach now? Like, like this is intense. Like,
Yeah.
no wonder they making me do all these rounds. Like they are serious,
Yeah.
like I better be at practice. Yeah. It was crazy. Like that was,
Hmm.
I don't know. TMB, shout out to Allison Woods and Marcus Berry, who were my first two drum majors.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Those were my first two drum majors, and then uh, yeah, was my first two. 97, 98. They were, yeah, it was crazy. I can come up with stories upon stories upon stories of band camp. It's crazy.
Okay, so Cousin Joyce has chimed in. Hey, Cousin Joyce.
Hey, hey,
Jennifer said that TMB was everything, and then Terry McCoy said, y'all had us shook. I couldn't believe folks took it so seriously. Yes.
I'm
But
telling you,
we were really drumline. We were.
and that's crazy for them who's behind us to say that we had them shook because
Mm.
they shook us. Look, we all had shaking baby syndrome. I'm telling you, we were shaking tigers. I'm telling you, or shaking cubs. Yeah, that's what we were. Like, cause they were like, no, you better do this, you better do that. So,
Mhm.
so look, when we got our chance,
He said, shout out to Quana and Mike Lamb. And Mike Razor said, good times when the band was strong.
oh man, I'm not here to give shade. Look,
Oh
look,
my
we gonna
God.
call it. Wait, look, we got a new person. I'm gonna rename him. We gonna call him Shady Mike. He got a name now. Change him up. He's Shady Mike.
Shady. Yeah, you have. You have.
Mm-mm. But yeah, yeah, it was a whole process. That was a whole process. All right,
Mm-hmm.
what's our number? What's our
Now
new
what?
number?
898.
898.
I'm starting to think that Aintini is also keeping track of the numbers that we're using.
Okay, ready?
Of course.
Would you kill an innocent person if you thought it meant, excuse me? Oh,
Oof.
yeah, I told you I wanted you to lean in, as you would say. Would you kill an innocent person if you thought it might mean saving a dozen others?
Ah.
Ah,
Oof.
sound like it's gonna be 13 dead people with you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Because I was gonna go down in there. I was gonna get real deep, but
Keep going.
um, man, because I'm always thinking like, okay, if we were to sacrifice the one in order to see abundance in the 12, I feel like
The person what?
the person that perished would want that as their legacy.
Mm. Because it really didn't give much context.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I respect that. I like that. See, people be giving different answers. If people think it's just black and white. From my perspective, I was like, who said that the 12 weren't wrong? And they were just trying to persecute the one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Hmm.
So I would have to, if somebody said, oh, what are you gonna do? Like that that initial 15 seconds of interaction, nonverbal, is gonna determine how I'm gonna, because I may go down with that one person fighting them if I believe in them doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So that was good.
that was
That was a
really
good
good.
question.
That
That was a good
stumped me. Um,
question.
our last number for the night is, you ready? You ready? 1618.
Okay. That's ironic. Well, I'll say ironic, but the first slave ship docked in Georgetown, Virginia, in 1619.
Mm-hmm.
What is one thing you'll never do in public?
Never. Okay, you can't really never say never. If you have one, go. But I don't think I have any.
I'll never hold hands in public.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have to. It ain't like I grabbed it. Now, if you grab mine, that's different. Because
Yeah.
I know my place. But how some people be like, they want to be like around your neck or grab your hand or rub your feet. Like some people just like certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when it comes to like affection, things of that nature. So
Hmm.
some people will kiss you, hug you, touch you. Some people want to hold your hand. I ain't that person. Don't grab my hand. Because I know I'm gonna push it off.
Well, maybe tongue kiss?
In
Like
public,
I can see a peck, sure. But tongue kiss, maybe not.
but you didn't say sex in public. You gonna say a tongue kiss? Like, come on now, like you went to the tongue kiss and didn't say sex
PG. This
first.
is PG.
Well, I mean, this is Facebook.
Yeah, anything goes.
In the words of Martin, this is TV.
Hmm.
I'm just saying.
I mean that would have been up there. So all right. Demeter said, next time I see you, I'm grabbing your hand.
You watch this. Don't be the snatch. Don't be grabbing my hand. Hey, it ain't gonna last long. I mean, last person to grab my hand, not last person. But I remember when I was a kid, I was over there hand grab. Was like preschool walking. Your mama used to walk you
Yeah.
to school. It's like, hey, I don't need you to grab my hand. And ever since then, eyebrows been toe up whenever somebody mentioned about grabbing hands.
Jennifer said, I was thinking the same, Demeter. So now they've banded together. So
That's why I put my hands in my pocket.
ah,
The way they reversing things now, it'd be reverse sexism. So be ready with your pocketbook open, and then I'll donate it back just to prove a point. All right,
that's all the numbers.
You said what now?
That's all the numbers.
Okay, all right. Well, sum it up for our people.
Woo. You all, tomorrow is Juneteenth, whether you are in the office or in the streets. Celebrate culture really every day, but especially tomorrow. That's all I got.
I'm gonna jump on that. You want to tell people you're from though?
Oh, you can find me, Ronika, RONNIKA, Dot Williams on Instagram and Threads, and then Ronika Williams on Facebook. And also the Please Do Tell podcast. We're on YouTube, but if you want to listen audio, Apple, Spotify, wherever you consume your podcast.
All right. Again, as Benika said, we want to thank you for coming out. Thank you for coming out, sharing, being a part of, adding them numbers. Make sure you take advantage of those jobs. Even if it's not for you, send it to somebody else. Watch the magic happen. Again, shout out to the Nick. Shout out to Martha Stewart for giving me the little blossom time wave. Thank you for everybody that gave the numbers
Mm-hmm.
and the story. And so, as Fanika said, you can find us on the Please Do Tell podcast. You can find me, obviously Jeffrey, on Facebook. You can find me at Mr. Fantastic World at MrFantastic World WORLD. Um, and then the last thing that I do want to say is a little bit about Juneteenth tomorrow. Renika said a lot. I just want to put a little carrot, little flame on the top. Enjoy your day. Um, it's for your ancestors. Remember them. Remember why they did it, and get up and do what they push us to do moving forward. Thank you all tonight. All right, Renika, you have a good night.
You too.
All right, we'll see y'all.